Today's program, facing the effects of karma, we have in the panels Dr. Basil Dialvis, Basil Silva from my right, and Mr. Shane Blok. I think we are going to have to introduce these members of the panel. Dr. Basil Silva, who had been a former Eugene State Bank, Mortgage Bank, and then University Scholar, and on my left, Mr. Shane Blok, English and teacher, Education Institute, ICM and International Mohan Railroad Foundation. Yeah, before I don't want to take much of your time, and call upon Mr. Shane Blok to make his speech on the facing the effects of karma. Over to you.
So, my dear Dharma friends, regarding this topic today, facing the effects of karma. Now here if we analyze, one of the four subjects or one of the four unthinkable topics that one should not go behind these, one is karma. The first one is Buddha Vishaya, about the Buddhas, how the Buddha, the knowledge, the power of the Buddha, Buddha Vishaya, Loka Vishaya. Then about the world, Buddha has mentioned about two worlds, that's the fathom-long holy world, and one about the galaxies, the universe. So that is Buddha Vishaya, Loka Vishaya. Irdi Vishaya, that is the psychic powers, the supernormal powers. It is very difficult to analyze about the supernormal powers. It's very difficult to explain. And the next subject here is Kamma Vishaya. So nobody can think and come to a conclusion other than all and fully enlightened Buddha about these four topics or these four subjects. So Kamma is very, very sensitive, right? Parisuddha is very, very difficult to analyze this situation of Kamma. Rebirth, someone can ask, is he born here, is he born here, why is he born here, how Kamma affects? It's very, very difficult. So my dear Dharma friends, the Buddha has said, firstly, Chetana Bhikkhave Kammam Vadami, Chetitva Kammam Karut Kayana Vajana Manasa. So here Chetana means volition, intention. Bhikkhave monks. May I say to you, the intention or volition I call as Kamma. Chetitva Kammam Karut Kayana Vajana. So with that intention, one thinks, acts or does, can say it as Kamma. Now my dear devotees, there are various types of Kamma. There are 12 types of clarification of Kamma. So if you see at death first, it's called Garuka Kamma, how it affects your death. It says Garuka Kamma, Veda Kamma. It is good or bad Kamma. Achinna Kamma, Asana Kamma, call it habitual Kamma also. And at the death proximate thought, here it mentions about Kamma, Achinna Kamma, Asana Kamma, and then Katakka Kamma, it's called Kamma. So I am not going to explain because there is no time to explain about these 12 types, but I will explain how it faces. So here at death, a person, a being faces his Kamma according to the universal laws. There are 5 universal laws. Itu niyama, bija niyama, karma niyama, dhamma niyama, and chitta niyama. So that is, he can hold in consciousness, Kamma, norm and form. So here at death also this affects a being. For example, your law of consciousness and your law of Kamma at the time of death. That is in Abhidhamma it is said in the Javansi. So in the last death proximate thought, before the Chutichitta occurs, during the Chutichitta, at the time of the Chutichitta, everything had occurred before and you are ready to die. So here Garuka Kamma, Asana Kamma, Achinna Kamma can affect your death process. Then at the rebirth process, Janaka Kamma, that produces rebirth. So here Janaka means Piya or father in Sanskrit. So here it gives rise to rebirth. And of course Janaka Kamma becomes Upastambhaka Kamma, giving support to your rebirth. Upavidaka Kamma, that it can come and act like a force to destroy your good karma or your bad karma. Upastambhaka Kamma and Upavidaka Kamma. Upagadaka Kamma means however much good you do, it can always come and put an end to your good karma or your ending of your life. So that is the other form. So when you are born now, I explained at the time of rebirth, a very, very mild and a short manner. Then in your life process, my dear Dharma friends, how it affects you is, Ditta Dharma Vedaniya Kamma, in this life, it can affect. Supposing somebody does a good or a bad, at that moment, within that life process, that karma can bring you good or bad results. Yadisam vapati vijam tadisam harate pala. So what you say and do to someone in one form or another can always come back to you in some form or another. So here, Ditta Dhamma Vedaniya Kamma. Then Upapajja Vedaniya Kamma is karma effective that produces results, vipaka, in the corresponding Upapajja Vedaniya. And also, Aparapariya Vedaniya Kamma means from the third birth onwards, right up to the time it attains Nibbana, the karma can affect. In any life, you take anybody, it can affect you. There are several examples quoted in the Buddhist doctrines and discourses about this karma. And of course, Ditta Dhamma Vedaniya Kamma, Upapajja Vedaniya Kamma, Aparapariya Vedaniya Kamma, and Ahosika. You cannot get away from your karma. It's very, very unlikely. But at the time you become an arahant or a saint, at that time the karma that has produced results, and where there is karma that cannot produce results, that is called ahosi karma. So this is the general outline of these various types of karma. And also it is mentioned karma is not stored anywhere. So here in the Milinga question, questions asked by King Milinga also to Venerable Nagasena, where is karma stored? So Venerable Nagasena answers, there is nothing like karma is stored in. But at that given time, when karma has to produce its results, my dear Dhamma friend, then it comes. So he wanted a similar example. Then Venerable Nagasena said, in a mango tree you can't see mangoes, but at the correct season, the mangoes come. But here, karma affects it. How karma affects here is, I'll give you another example in the beginning of the question. A woman robbed mangoes and she was taken to the courtyard and asked whether, did you rob these mangoes? She said, yes, I robbed them. Are you at fault or are you not at fault? She said, I am not at fault. I robbed these mangoes, but this is not from the mango tree that this certain person planted. It is from another mango. But that vipaka or that wrong act, she had to pay. So my dear Dharma friends, here you cannot say that karma does not affect you or affects you. But at that proper time, the results you have to face. Now here, everything does not occur on karma. Because the Buddha was put forward by several questions, whether everything occurs by karma. So, in the past there was great teachers who said, okay, if the fire is lighting and you put your hand and you get burnt, that is karma. The Buddha said, no, then you are a moga purisa. That is foolishness. No. But karma does not occur. Everything does not occur according to karma. In the doctrines it said, va pit sem sannipatika, that is vata. So here it is mentioned where you have bile, then vata, I cannot remember the English word for that. Wind, bile, va pit sem, that is flame. Sannipataka, that is the collection of all these three, then something done by other people, that also can affect you, then food poisoning, and also karma. So one of the 8 factors are faced with karma. Everything does not occur due to karma. One day the Buddha was asked, Yata yata ayam puruso kamman karoti tata tatasya vedaniyam parisan. So do we have to face effects and results of karma of any wrong thing you do? The Buddha said no. If you have to face the consequence of everything, then you cannot see the Four Noble Truths and you cannot be born in the higher realms. But the Buddha mentioned the word like this, Yata yata vedaniyam kamma karoti tata tatasya vedaniyam. If someone does a wrong act, intention, that is vasita ho, dukkata kamma kala, chintita ho, with ill thoughts, ill words, ill action, and it roots deep down in your mind, and from your mind element, manoda, it props up to your mind consciousness element all the time, mano vinyana, then those are the karma that you have to face, my dear. So facing karma here, getting back to the topic, if you have done the wrong thing, the Buddha says, stop. Because from the past, from our past births, we cannot stop it till it comes right up to Tanha. But from the point of Tanha, you can develop your mind and stop karma so that it will cause rebirth. That's why the Buddha said, Yassa pāpam katam kammāna kusalena pīti. If you have done a wrong karma or wrong action, wrong act, then stop. Suddhi asuddhi parachattanganyanayam. Nobody can take that out of you. So to face karma, you have to have a positive mind and you have to develop your sila, samadhi and prajna. Dana sila bhavana, sila samadhi prajna. To look at karma and don't think of the past, but continue to think of the future. Because if you think of the past, you get frustrated. And if you think of the future, how that past karma will affect you, fear sets in. So the Buddha advises us not to think about the past and not to see much about the future, but to live in the present. And also here, facing karma, the Buddha says, one cannot give you ayuvara sapabhalana. So you have to create your long life ayu, one your color, pleasant appearance, ayuvara sapa, your happiness, ayuvara sapabhalana, the power of meditation, and nuna, that is your wisdom. So one has to create, and remember, man weaves his own will. Man is the architect of his own fortune. Akta Deepa Viharati Akti Patisma. So my dear Dharma friends, we have to face karma here by understanding the teachings of the Buddha. Now my dear Dharma friends, the next point here is, the Buddha says, in the Tripitaka references, in the Anguttara Nikaya 4, the Buddha says, in page number 200 up to 211, it is mentioned in the Nibbidika Sutra. It is mentioned about karma and the effects and the results of karma, the Nibbidika Sutra. And also in the Anguttara Nikaya 4, in the Molya Sivaka Sutra, that is from page number 436 to 438. Everything does not occur according to karma. The same thing is mentioned in Anguttara Nikaya 6 in the Girimananda Sutra, where Buddha preaches to the most venerable Girimananda that everything does not occur due to karma. And also in the Sansapaniya Sutta it is mentioned that here beings are their own hulls of karma. They embrace karma. And with all due respect, I have read the entire book of Buddhist scholar Dr. Vasily Silva's book also in the evolution Dr. for his PhD thesis. That book also mentions about this karma. Then in the Majjhima Nikaya 3, in the Chulla Kamma Vibhanga Sutta, the Buddha explains 14 points about Kamma. And the Buddha says, Kammasaka Vikkave Satta Kamma Dayaka Kamma Yoni Kamma Karma. Kamma Patisa. Yang Kamma Karoti Kalyanam Papa Kamma. Kasta Dayaka Bala. That is, we embrace our own karma. We pull our own karma. We act according to our own karma. We face our own karma. So we are the heirs of our own karma. And also the Buddha says, Kammasaka Vikkave Satta Kammadaya Kamma Yoni Kamma Karma. Kammam Satte Vibhajati Yadidam Hinam Pali. Kammam Satte Vibhajati Yadidam Hinam Pali. It is our karma that causes this unbalance among human beings. For example, born in high families, born in low families, living long lives, living short lives, having wisdom, not having wisdom. It is all faced with karma. And also, my dear Dharma friends, as I mentioned first, it is very difficult to analyze this karma because you don't know how it faces. I mean, the Majjhima Nikaya 3, in the Mahakamma Vibhanga Sutta, the Buddha says, Chattaro me ananda pukalo santo sangijjanana lokasmi katamo satta. The Buddha continues. Ekaccho pukalo anando panatipata ho. So someone does he sort of indulges in these 10 unwholesome deeds. The Buddha says, Kayasaveda Paramanam Dukkakaya Dukkakaya. He will be born in the lower places, in the hell. And also the Buddha says, Ekaccho Ananto Pukkalo Panadipata Hoti Ahinadana Hoti. If he indulges in these 10 unwholesome deeds, still Kayasaveda Paramanam Sukkatiya Dukkakaya. He still can be born in the heavenly realms. So there is a probability there. It's a very pretty situation. If you analyze some Kamma Suttas, like the Sulla Kamma Vibhanga Sutta, the Mahakamma Vibhanga Sutta, it is different. But you have to understand Kamma here. And also the Buddha says, someone refrains, abstains, keep away, avoids from these 10 unwholesome deeds, he can be born in the heavenly realms. The fourth point is the Ananda Ekaccha Pukkalo Panatipata Bhativiroto. You keep away, avoid, abstain, refrain from the unwholesome deeds. Still you can be born in the lawful deeds. So this is a very pretty situation facing Kamma. So what we have to do here is, you have to understand how Kamma affects you and always indulge in doing. So you always focus your attention. Atapi Sampajana Sati. Atapi. You have to have the willpower, which is mentioned in the Satipatthana Sutta. You have to have the willpower, dedication, the effort to put an end to these cankers or defilements, skills. Be mindful. Yoniso Manasika. Be mindful all the time not to create wrong karma. So in the Rahavana Sutta, the Buddha mentions, reflect Rahavana many times. Reflect over and over again. What you say to another, what you think, and what you do. If it's beneficial for you and the others, then you continue to do. So my dear Dharma friends, according to the topic, I have discussed in in a mild manner, very briefly, how Kamma affects, and also I have given some Sutta references in the Tripitaka, Sutta Pitaka, Majjhima Nikaya, and the Anguttara Nikaya, about how Kamma affects beings. So thank you very much, and may the Tripitaka bless all.
Yes, thank you, Shane. Friends, all are listening to Shane Blok's presentation, how it affects Kamma affects you. He also mentioned, Shane, you said Kamma affects one's appropriate time. When you said the appropriate time, what do you mean by the appropriate time that you said?
The appropriate time is when the results, when you have to face the results. Supposing if somebody has done an anantariya papaka or one of the deadly sins, matricide or patricide, at that moment, from that moment, it can affect. So, Vikalama Vedaniya Kamma, at that moment it can give you good results, at that moment it can give you bad results. For example, the person who raped Utpalavan, at that moment the flow split and he went to the Avichimana. So that is the Vikalama Vedaniya. So at that very moment it can affect you. And also when you are doing a good wholesome deed, at that time, if your karmic force is finished and your lifespan is finished and death occurs, at that moment you can be born in a higher realm. So at that appropriate time, it can affect you. Or in several births.
Thank you, Vishen. Yes.
It is stated, very properly, that karma is a scientific energy. Then the karma commences in the mind of the individual, and the thoughts, the karma acts through the brain. Now, if the scientific energy of karma is weak, there is no reaction. But if there is sufficient strength in the scientific energy of karma, the reaction can be using this lifespan or the future lifespan. Now, can you please explain what is the meaning of scientific energy?
Yes. Now, with all due respect, that's a good question, General. Now, science, it mentions about this energy force, about karma, Shakti, energy force. But now science keeps on changing, and what science has said in the past, the Buddha has also said 2560 years ago. So everything that science brings forward, the Buddha has mentioned. But the Buddha says that this mind is, if you tell Sita, it is a force regulating between the brain and the heart. And in Abhidhamma it says, Harata Vastuva Ashrita Dubhageya Vaad Le Pramana Kadapada Karam, that is just next to the heart. Mano Dhatu, mind element, they are only a consciousness of us. So here the Buddha says, Dhurangama Ekacharam Asariram Buhas. So we cannot actually specify and say according to the Dhammapada stanza exactly where this mind is. Durangama, it travels, Ekachana, it always goes alone. Durangama, Ekachana, Asira, no body. But it is in this fathom long body. But in the Abhidhamma it's mentioned where this consciousness takes place and occurs. So here, as General mentioned in this question, Melinda asked this question, where is it stored up? So, Venerable Nagasena said, it is not stored up anywhere. At the appropriate time, according to your karmic force, it can prop up and you have to face the results. You cannot say when you will face. That's why the Buddha has gone beyond science and classified this karma into 12 divisions. So as science can say, General, that, when the strength is not there, you will not face results. So the same way the Buddha also says, at that appropriate time, any birth, any given time, karma can face. But the Buddha says, you cannot analyze this karma. So it is science or scientists, it is very difficult for them to analyze this science and sort of explain how it affects the human being as much as the all-knowing, fully enlightened, great noble being. So it is good to study or read science, but we have to finally, come to a conclusion and take what our great Buddha shows us.
You had asked the question, where is karma stored? Karma is an energy, a very fine subtle energy that is there. Now usually when you broadcast something television, there are such a that they sort of send out certain amount of energy and it spreads far and wide right along. And if you can tune your set to a certain vibration, then you can see. Similarly, the Kamma that you have generated, depending on the intensity of the mind that went into it, is there in the universe. It can last for seconds, it can last for eons. Take for instance the resolution that Lord Buddha said in the past, that after he rescued the mother when he was a merchant, after shipwreck, you become a Buddha. Then he resolved to become a Buddha, and that thought became a Kamma, and it kept on following him right along until he became a Buddha. So they keep on gathering momentum and generating power and keep in the same manner they can dissipate. For instance, Devadatta, who resolved to kill him, long time back in business past kept on following him. And in the same way, you find that young people when they fall in love, they say, I will be with you forever, Mama Sadhata Ubagava. Then somebody else comes and says, no, Mama Sadhata Ubagava. Then what happens is two forces of the same type collide, and then one becomes weaker. So Kamma can generate as well as it can get weaker and weaker. So it is up to a wise person to manipulate the karmic forces that are behind you for your advantage.
Yes, thank you. Yes, sir.
Kamma is supposed to be action-reaction doctrine. Now when Angulimala killed Governor, the department did not take place. But where is Muhammad Vallana? In Vallana's place, he had to suffer. Is there any explanation?
You know, in the case of Muhammad Vallana, first time the robbers came, he managed to get out. Second time also he left. Third time, after the second time, he thought, why is this happening to me? What is the cause? Then he saw in his past life that he had harmed the mother. Then the guilt arose in his mind. He accepted that something had gone wrong, and therefore the Kamma was able to come to him. There should be a link always. For the Kamma to approach you, there must be some indebtedness, some bondage, loyalty, obligation, some kind of a link towards the mind. Otherwise, Kamma finds it difficult to approach. Angulimala, he got it off. He did that not for him. He kept on telling the people to please the teacher at his request. So the wrong act was on account of the master. According to the laws of master and servant, vicarious liability, your action has to be borne by the master. And he was innocent. He was just carrying out an action. And in the later on we will discuss about it, about the non-self concept. We will come to it later on and explain how it happens.
Dr. Vassili Silva gave an excellent explanation on that. Now regarding that question on Angulimala and Moggallana. Now, Moggallana, he did a deadly sin. I mean, harming the mother and the father. So he could not get out of that. So even at that Rahat stage, it had to pay his results. And then he had to suffer that consequence. Whereas this Angulimala, of course he did it for the master. But as Dr. Vassili said, there is one point that I have to clear, otherwise everybody might go out of here with the wrong thought. He did it for the master. Whether he did it for the master or whether he did it for anybody, it is wrong. Otherwise everybody will go here and a minister give instructions for a bodyguard to kill. The bodyguard, if he knows Buddhism, he will tell, he gave instruction, I am working under him, I paid a salary, so I kill, he gets the results, I don't get. No. Then he also fell into that. You have to get that out clearly according to Buddhism. You cannot attribute it to another. The master says, so I do it. So the minister says, so I do it. That is not there in Buddhism. But with all due respect, he did it, there is a one gauge, and sort of how you respect a teacher. But he did that. But Angulimala had the Maha-anisansa, that is the Sansari Mohurākiya Pimbala Anisansa. He had that Punya act, and also he had that meritorious deeds in the past for his Kamma to become non-effective and attain Rahatship. But that is also due to the fact and the knowledge of the Buddha. He is lucky to be born in the Buddha Upada Kale at the time of the Buddha. So according to the 10 supernormal powers of the Buddha, Dasa Buddha Bala, the Indriya, Bharyo, Bharya, Name, Buddha had, that is to see, to read through the faculties of other beings, whether he is Saddha, faith, Saddha, Vidya, that is his effort, Saddha, Vidya, Sati, his concentration, Saddha, Vidya, Sati, Samadhi, his concentration, Saddha, Vidya, Sati, Samadhi, there, and also his prajna, whether it has ripened. So the Buddha had Angulimala's faculties and so. There are big examples, a lot of examples. There are Kalakumara. He never went to the temple. He was Anathapindika's son. When all the three daughters attended so on, including the father, he was very worried about the son. But the son never went to the temple, never offered dana, but he didn't do wrong. But the Buddha mentioned just Patali Ayakaraja. So Kalakumara and so on. So here the Buddha has that knowledge to tap. So the Buddha had Angulimala's faculties and see. So with all due respect to our great Buddhist scholar, we have to take it that he didn't get away because he did it for another. So that's the explanation I have.
Thank you.
Yeah. Didn't Angulimala have to suffer by way of getting battered only when waiting for harm?
He went through that, but it was not in a major manner. He realized his karma, but he was torn. He was sort of like looked down upon society. But if you analyze it and see, for the killing of so many beings, that's a minor thing. Yeah, he got away. But the main thing was Angulimala was very faithful to his teacher and he had that ability. He was lucky to be born at Buddha's time and to meet the Buddha to attain a ranch.
Yeah, please start.
I think when we are discussing this topic, we should be very careful to separate the Buddha's words, which are in the sutras, and what other people have written, like the commentaries and Buddhist literature. Now things about Moggallana killing his parents and having to suffer because of that is not in the sutra. That is in the commentaries. So that we can actually put into Buddhist literature. As Mr. Shenlock quite rightly said, the Buddha has told us not to even think about Kamma Vipaka. It will only lead to fatigue and we might even go crazy. Because it's an achintita vishaya. And Buddha has stuck to his word. He is not a hypocrite. All these things about Upagataka Kamma, Vipadana Vedani Kamma are not in the sutras. They are in other subsidiary literature. But nowadays when we are talking about Kamma, that's the thing that is brought forward. Whereas in sutras like the Devadaha Sutra, Buddha very clearly says, people who preach things like that, say things happen to us now because of past deeds, are the Nigantas. It's a Satmesha held by the Niganta. Sathiti was held by the Niganta. Nivam Vadi Niganta. So Buddha says to see Chetanaham Vikkave Kamma Vadam as you like. For that he said, not to think about this past birth things affecting us now, that's the Niganta Dhamma.